Well, I'll tell you, like, you being a Korean, there's hella Koreaboos out there. I mean, especially now, like, the TikTok and stuff, like, the fetishization of Asian people is, like, through the roof. So sometimes it's just like, do you like me or, like, do you like Jimin?
All right. I don't know how else to say it and not sound like an old guy, but man, kids these days. This kid is complaining about getting fetishized as an Asian dude. I'm not sure how to explain this to a non-Asian dude that grew up within, let's say, 15 years of me. Growing up as an Asian guy, like dating girls was really interesting because there was like this stigma you had where you just knew that you were not going to be able to get like a non-Asian girl, right? And I don't think it was like a confidence issue or anything, and I think everyone felt it, minus like maybe like 1% of the population. But there's just this thing that just like, I don't know when it developed, I don't know where it came from, but you just had it, right? You just had it. And people blame it on the media. I actually blame on the media as well. For some context, like growing up, you never saw any Asian people on TV, right? The only Asian people you saw on TV were people that were in martial arts, right? So you had Jackie Chan, you had Jet Li, and Jackie Chan had this movie where he was like, I forgot what it was about, but there was like a white girl in it, and it was like a romantic comedy almost. And at the end of the movie, like he doesn't kiss the girl, right? Jet Li had Romeo Must Die. That's definitely a romantic comedy or romantic, drama. And at the end of the movie, Jet Li doesn't kiss the girl, right? It wasn't until I was like 25 when I actually saw an Asian dude portrayed in a movie where he was actually kind of cool, right? It was Maze Runner. I think the guy is like this Korean guy named like Q Hwan Kim or something like that. But yeah, he plays like this character that's like normal. He's like buff, he can run, he's like kicking people in the face and shit. Like he's like a normal dude, and he was American, right? So it was, like that was cool. But then there's like all these like other dudes like Mr. Chow. I do not think helped Asians at all. I don't think he's that funny, to be honest. And like the dude from Two Broke Girls, definitely not cool. Like, it's just always like a fat or nerdy ass Asian dude. And I'm sure like these actors didn't have a choice, right? So I'm not blaming them, but that's just how it was, right? And then I think we've got our first sitcom from what I can remember. We got Fresh Off the Boat like sometime. I think I was living in SF, so it was like 2016, 2017, 2018 area. And I really tried to support that show. I support everything Asian. Like if it's Asian, I'll just watch it back then, right? And that show was like alright, right? I mean, I also didn't like it because it was like Randall Park's not even Taiwanese, and it wasn't really accurate. I probably watched a few episodes here and there, but that was cool that we got our own sitcom. And then other than that, like there wasn't really much up until like Crazy Rich Asians came out, and that was like everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's the best movie ever." I watched it early. I think like when I watched it in the theaters, like some of the actors came out. It was like Jimmy O Yang, and I forget who else. 2 or 3, like maybe Aquafina or someone else. They were like in the theater like talking to us before the movie started. So that's how early I saw it, right? And I thought that movie was great. Obviously, I'm biased. I mean, is that movie really that great? I mean, it was alright. But it was an Asian movie and everyone supported it. So yeah. And then we had like Shang-Chi, and things are going up. I think I'm at the point now where I don't even watch Asian shit anymore, just because I don't have to, because I don't need to support it anymore. Like Bling Empire. I mean, I watched that, but that was like bad in the opposite direction. That was like dumb Asian people, not being Asian, but they're like being dumb, and it was like a negative stereotype in the opposite, like a trash TV, which I enjoyed because I was like, yes, we have like options now, right? There's a show that came out called like American Born Chinese, and I just saw ads for it. I didn't even watch it. I did watch it, but that's because someone told me to watch it. They have a whole episode that's just all in Chinese, which is crazy. It's all Mandarin. It's crazy. But that's what I'm saying. We're at a level now where I'm like, all right, I can actually pick and choose which Asian media I want to watch. So basically my point is, like, I think this kid doesn't understand how easy his life is right now. Because back then it was a struggle, right? And then K-pop. I mean, when K-pop first came out, I thought it was gonna be like a negative influence on Asian Americans, but I think I can agree now it's definitely positive. I think what is cool has changed, definitely. So like, I'm gonna be careful with my words here, but like from my let's say when I was younger, I would not have thought that was cool, but it seems like it's cool now, and is doing well for Asian dudes. So yeah, net positive. So basically, the whole point of this movie or this video I'm trying to say is, yeah, man, just enjoy it. Like I'm not saying it's not a problem to get fetishized, but it could be a whole lot worse.